Have you ever felt a sudden flash of intense jealousy, or caught yourself staring at someone before you even consciously registered what you were doing? We like to think of these reactions as choices based on personal morality, but they're actually ancient, hardwired survival circuits firing off in real time. If you love exploring the mind-blowing science behind why we do the things we do, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend. To genuinely understand our own behavior today, we have to pause our modern societal judgments and rewind the evolutionary clock a few 100,000 years. We currently measure human capability almost entirely through intelligence quotient, or IQ. It is the gold standard for testing logic, math, and complex problem solving. But consider a 15-year-old math prodigy. His IQ is completely off the charts, and he can solve equations most adults can't even read. Yet, the moment someone insults him in the hallway, his temper takes over and he throws a punch. This is where emotional quotient, or EQ, comes into play. EQ is the internal regulatory system that manages how we handle those explosive, immediate reactions. Without that emotional regulation, a brilliant modern brain is left entirely hijacked by prehistoric hardware. High cognitive intelligence is exceptional for managing the technical complexities and logistical demands of the modern world. But without a well-developed EQ, we have no mechanism to control the ancient survival software running silently inside our own heads. Let's look closely at sexual jealousy. Today, we label it toxic, but out on the prehistoric savanna, jealousy operated as a highly effective, life-saving alarm system. For an early human female, seeing her partner give attention to another woman triggered an immediate panic. It signaled the potential loss of a protector and a provider, which directly threatened the survival of her and her children. For early human males, the fear centered on paternity uncertainty. A male's deepest primal terror was expending his finite, hard-won resources to feed and protect offspring that did not actually share his genes. Those life-or-death evolutionary stakes etched incredibly deep circuits into our biology. Even though you can buy groceries with a tap of your phone today, those exact same circuits still fire off automatically the moment you perceive a threat to your relationship. Sexual jealousy is essentially an outdated security system. It was a perfectly logical adaptation for a harsh wilderness, but it causes chaos in a modern society where our immediate physical survival isn't constantly on the line. This exact same evolutionary logic applies to physical attraction, and it all started the moment our ancestors stood up. Bipedalism, walking on two legs, forced a massive anatomical redesign of the human body. Shifting from 4 legs to 2 meant we had to completely rebalance our center of gravity. This required a radical reshaping of the pelvis and the gluteal muscles just to keep us from falling over. Early humans didn't have medical labs to test for health. They needed immediate visual indicators that a mate was capable of sustaining a pregnancy. Those anatomical changes, specifically the glutes and breasts, became vital storage centers for the exact fat reserves needed to grow a fetal brain and produce milk. Scanning for these specific physical traits became a necessary tool for males to guarantee a mate had the required biological resources to keep their offspring alive. Because these visual cues were the only indicators of health for thousands of generations, they formed a neurological circuit that triggers in milliseconds. This involuntary biological scan, what we now analyze through a social lens, is a remnant of a reproductive safety check that was once essential for our species' continuation. Does knowing the biology behind this change how you view human attraction? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Experiencing this biological instinct does not mean you lack morals. It simply means your brain is successfully running the ancient evolutionary software it was precisely designed to run. We can't delete this ancient hardware. We carry the savanna with us into the office every day, but we do have the ability to override it. This is exactly why major corporations now heavily prioritize emotional intelligence over raw IQ during the hiring process. Emotional intelligence is the modern software patch. It allows you to feel the sudden spike of jealousy, the flash of anger, or that automatic pull of attraction. Recognize it for the primal alarm bell it is, and consciously decide not to act on it. True intelligence today requires understanding that while you cannot erase your evolutionary impulses, you can master your response to them. Understanding our evolutionary biology removes the shame of experiencing these primal instincts, but possessing emotional intelligence holds us entirely accountable for what we do next. So, will humans ever evolve past these hard wirings, or are we stuck with them forever? The next time you feel a sudden, irrational wave of emotion wash over you, take a breath and see if you can feel